Pictures magazine interview from Tribeca. We're here with Donald Sutherland. He's the star of Land of the Blind. Donald, it's obviously a highly political film. With that and all the films coming out by George Clooney and even the shows on television now, including your son's show 24, they're highly politically motivated. Is this like a return to that 70s era of filmmaking? Is there a groundswell of political filmmaking?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I really couldn't tell you. You know, it's they talk about an era of political filmmaking. If you go back through, you know, from La Grande Illusion to even Battleship Potemkin, and go on all the way through to some of the Godard films. If you look at Gillo Pontecorvo and the Battle of Algiers, or Quemada, Missing, Costa Gavras, Zed, all of those films. There's been hugely political films, The Grapes of Wrath, all of those films.
So given that there's been that cycle of political films as well as a cycle of political regimes, is it at all demoralizing that we can have these periods of time and yet everything returns back to how it was and we do the same things all over again?
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
You know, we live in a capitalist oligarchy. It's about money, you know. They'll co-opt everything or destroy it. It's, you know, the governments you have some kind of control over. The problem is the environment, and we've just destroyed it.
Can we affect society though through these political films?
No. You know, you maybe catalyze some people. I mean, I went and I saw La Strada 50 years ago, yeah. And I was informed profoundly about the human condition, and it was a double bill. And the next picture was Paths of Glory, Kubrick's picture with Kirk Douglas. I came out, I was heading back to my university dormitory room. I remember picking up stones on the ground and throwing them in my anger and rage and despair. And so for me, it informed. And I'm sure that there are some people who went to see Battle of Algiers, and they were informed. And their souls were informed, but they were already there. Films don't lead, they follow. But you mentioned George Clooney. He's brilliant, George. I have such admiration for him. I think he's just wonderful, the work that he does.
Is there a sense of excitement at all in coming to work with a first-time narrative feature director? Do you think of that as a risk at all, or is it just based on the script you felt like he was the right guy and went with that feeling?
He was the guy. You know, before I read the script, my son Rogue, who's named after Nicholas Rogue, represented the film, represented Robert Edwards and Philippe Martinez. He was and said, listen, this is a film you have to do. So he was of more influence. I'm sorry, I threw up this morning twice, and I'm not in the greatest shape in the world, and I promise you I won't do it. Well, if I do it, it'll, you know, it's just I love my tie, so I'll try and, yeah. So he had more influence on it than anything. And then Bob came over and talked to me. I was in Romania shooting American Haunting. And he came over and talked, and, you know, first time, last time, who knows? It's,
was his military history a factor in the script and making it more of an admirable effort in conveying the message?
I don't know. I mean, Rafe said this morning that Bob taught him how to salute, so good. I mean, I don't deal in that kind of stuff. I kind of go to what I think is the heart and soul of the fella, and I haven't seen the film. I'll see it tonight, so we'll see what it looks like and whether, I don't know, we'll see.
What do film festivals like this mean to you, like Tribeca?
Well, Tribeca particularly, for me, I've made a couple of pictures with Bobby De Niro, and it's him, you know, and it was really a very interesting gesture on his part, because it had to do with 9/11, and it had to do with revitalizing a community. So I think that's terrific.
Just finally, what do you hope that people, that people receive a certain feeling after seeing Land of the Blind? Do you hope that
Oh no, I don't have anything to do with that.
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with me. That's got nothing to do with me. I mean, what I would really love is that, you know, he invested a lot of money in this picture, Philippe Martinez, you know, probably $10 million. I would love to see him get his money back, because he made a very honorable gesture in putting himself behind this picture. I hope he does. That's what I would love to see. That's what I would love to have happen.
your choice in projects now, do you have specific things that you want to work on, specific points of view that you want to get across?
No, that's for directors. My job is just, if I love the fella, then I'd like to play him, you know. Doesn't have to do with anything other than that.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks.